Do you want to say it? Come on. So you can.
Hey guys, over the Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's dai.slay.
Stop laughing.
Okay, and today we have some people here. You know, these is my closest friends, top of the food chain. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. To my right,
Jayla.
My name is Amaya. It's nice to meet you guys.
My name is Kimmy.
I'll do mine over. My name is Jayla.
and today we're just hanging out and doing fun stuff. But we're going to be starting off with an Instagram Q&A. We got some questions, and yeah, so let's get started. First question: is there anything y'all regret not doing in college? Let's start with Kim.
No, I actually extended my college stay by a year because when I went to study abroad, which I did, period. Everybody I recommend.
Yes.
And I think the last thing I want to do is, one, run for homecoming queen, and then I'm passing off the throne from Miss BSU and Miss 1906 to the next year contestants.
Pageant queen.
Period. And I feel like that's a really good way to end the chapter. Passing off the crown to some more of our black queens.
Yeah.
Period. And graduating. So there's nothing I regret. So I really encourage everyone, don't live with regrets, even if you have to extend the stay.
Oh my god.
Okay, perfect.
Hi, Maya.
Okay, I have some regrets. Okay. I feel like I did not socialize enough. I did not build enough connections in undergrad. So now that I'm in law school, I'm like trying desperately to do that because I feel like with me not building connections in undergrad, I missed out on like so much potential friendships that I could have had. I was in my room just being like antisocial. So I feel like I should have went out more. I should put myself out there more. But everything happens for a reason. So now I'm like seeing that and I want to change that. So now I have I socialize more. I'm gonna get into more clubs and stuff like that and be more active.
I don't want to steal hers, but I feel like mine is the same thing. Like, I wish I might have socialized a little bit more because I don't really socialize a lot like that unless it's I have to. And then I'd say also too maybe going to a little bit more parties because I went to some, but some of them I just didn't go to because I didn't want to leave home or anything like that. But I feel like I didn't miss out on anything, but if I would have did that, I'd have been more I would have had friends out of college like that.
Yeah. For me, I wouldn't say that I do have regrets. I wouldn't say that my biggest regret was not socializing. I would say that my biggest regret was, waiting until the last minute to open up to people. I don't feel like I really opened up until my senior year. So when I had those falling out with people that clearly weren't supposed to be my friend, it felt very detrimental instead of it being a part of the process. So I feel like if I was more open at the beginning of my college years, then I would have been able to navigate that better and choose better friends. So I would say that. Period.
This is deep. Where's Jada Smith?
Jada.
Had to.
Okay, next question. Hardest conversation you ever had with a person you were in a relationship or situationship with? Let's start with Jayla.
Easily off the top of my head was breaking up with my ex because it was it wasn't something that we were both still in love with each other at the time, but because of her parents and stuff like that, it was a whole big thing. We just came to the mutual agreement to just break up with each other. So that was probably the hardest conversation to have because there was it wasn't nothing like no love was lost or anything like that. We just didn't have a choice, so that's what it was. I'd say that would be one of them.
Yeah.
Me? Oh, that was my next.
Shake it up.
Shake the room.
I have never been in a relationship. However,
Never?
never been in a relationship. But like, I feel like there's a situationship going on now, with this person, and it was kind of, there was a couple of them, but all of them were along the lines of, okay, you acting like you like me. I like you, period. But you acting like you like me, but something's holding you back. So what is it? Because it ain't nothing to get up in. But it's like every time I'm getting up and going, you try to make that effort. So lay down the law. I don't do the pitter patter for too long. But, you know, things were ironed out, so everything's good now, period.
Yeah.
We love that. We're gonna watch this video a year later. It's still okay. Y'all pray for me.
Maya.
Okay, for me, no, it was definitely breaking up with my ex. It was like so much emotions involved, and like, yeah, I don't ever want to like go through that again for real. But you know, you never know what's gonna happen. But yeah, it was just like knowing. I knew I was at a point where I was done, right? But I knew that he wasn't. So I had to like voice myself without making it seem like I was being like harsh, and I started to take his emotions into account, even though I was just like, it don't matter what you say right now. Like, I'm done. Like, it's a man.
Right.
He was fighting for his life.
Like, and the conversation was just like drug out so long to where I'm just like, okay, like please, like this is like,
She was done.
because it's just like, okay, like I'm telling you, like, you know, I'm done, that's it. But like, you know, obviously I was feeling bad because he felt bad, and I felt guilty for making him feel that way. So that's why I felt like, when I'm saying like drug out, I mean more so like I was feeling bad as the time was going on. I'm like, dang, like he's just like so hurt, like oh my gosh, like I'm the reason he's, you know. But it is what it is. That was a very hard conversation. Yeah. Very long and hard. A lot of emotions, you know. I was pretty drained. I had to just like be in bed the whole day after that. I was just like, well, that was a lot.
My hardest conversation would have to have been with my longest situationship. I would say that, and this was a conversation, basically just me letting him know that we couldn't talk anymore, and me actually being for real about it this time. Like, it wasn't me saying, oh, we're not talking anymore, and then I'm like coming back like 3 months later. Like, at this point, it's been like almost 2 years. So I felt like me having that conversation with him was very difficult because essentially, like, we've grown up together, we've done a lot of things together, we know a lot about each other, we helped each other through a lot of things, and I felt like me telling him that we could like no longer be in each other's lives was kind of like low-key a slap in the face to him. But it's like, at the end of the day, I just saw that if I kept him around, like, I wouldn't have been able to do a lot of the things that I've accomplished, and I wouldn't be with the guy that I'm with now, because I wouldn't have been able to give him a chance, because
you would still stuck
exactly
up on.
I would have still had my situation in the back of my head. So like I had to make that decision and like really stand on it. The standing on it was the hardest part. But
can't waver.
Days pass, and you gotta be like on it. Like you can't have no second guess. Like no, hard.
And then
no,
it's always like something will happen, and it's like, dang, I know he knows what to say right now, but I cannot text him because that'll just open the door into like, and I don't even want that. Exactly. So
don't even give him the chance.
Exactly. So that was still standing on it to this day.
Hey. 10 toes down. 10 toes down.
See?
Girl.
And that's why.
Rooted.
Rooted to the
Is there anything that you're doing right now that you feel like you might regret later?
I know her.
Yeah, she probably asked the question.
I love that. Wait.
Okay, let's start with Kim.
Ooh. Well, like I said, I try to live with no regrets. I try to just take everything as a lesson, which ultimately in life, it's so funny how life works, because ultimately in life, even though people see things as a regret, you learn something from it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's the smallest thing, you learn something from it, and you can't really undermine how that impacts your life. You know, what you learn from situations that you go through. So currently, I would like to say that everything is going well, you know, and everything. I feel like I'm in the right place at the right time, exactly where I'm meant to be.
Trust.
And I'm not trying to like look too far ahead where I get anxious, or dwell too far behind where I'm like, oh, I should have done this.
Yeah.
So in this present moment, I feel like I'm good. I'm good. It's kind of like it's a mindset thing. You really gotta have your mind right to figure out, okay, I'm here. It's now. Let me live here. You know. So.
Yeah.
That's real.
And to bounce off of that, low key, like I've been transitioning into that mindset.
Right.
It's very hard, but it's like honestly, before when I would have a mistake or I would make a mistake, like it would be very hard for me to get over it because I was beating myself up so much about this. Like, you should have knew better. You should have did this instead. Da da da. But it's like at the end of the day, that moment has came. It's passed. Like, and you just have to do better next time. So for me, like, there's nothing I'm doing right now either that I feel like I'll regret later. Maya?
I feel the same. I'm like trying to think. I'm like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Yeah.
I think for me, it's nothing that I'm regretting right now in this moment, but I'd say like if you asked me this like my freshman year of college, not even my freshman year, just like my junior year, it'll probably be not getting involved in like not getting involved in like the school or like anything that has to do with my major or getting a job like after it like that. Like I didn't do any internships or anything like that. So I feel like I'm regretting that because I don't have a job coming out of school. I don't have I'm literally now looking for jobs, like looking for careers. Let me say that to do. So if I had to say something that I would if you ask me then, that's what I would regret. But if you ask me now, there's not can think of.
I like that.
Yeah. That's a deep. I'm like, what are you thinking? I'm like,
Y'all was thinking about
like,
this.
but I even know like if I'm doing something I'm gonna regret. Like, you know, I'm trying to think like, but I'm like, dang.
Let me go on her Instagram.
Because at that point, that's like living in the future.
Yeah.
Right. I'm thinking, I'm like, there's so much things I'm doing, like decisions I've made for like that's coming up, and I'm like, I'm happy I'm doing this because like the whole TA position and everything. I'm like, I'm happy I took it. Yeah. Because like if I didn't, I would have regretted. Yeah.
I like that.
Y'all hear this?
Y'all on video. We gotta get every day.
You gotta get on your Zoom.
At 10 o'clock, you have to log into your Zoom.
Yes. You be on that Zoom at 9. Like easy.
Early.
10 is late.
Early.
Because if you're not early, then you late.
Yeah, hello.
Period.
What's each of your favorite memory together?
That's a hard.
That's a
That's a bit of a doozy.
Remember we was all at McDonald's?
Bro, I still have those videos to this day.
What happened?
Inside. Doing what?
Like we were playing in the parking lot. Do you not remember?
Bro, no, I remember
Give me my pretzels. Jayla, give me my pretzels. Somebody get her some pretzels.
I remember that, bro.
Oh my God. Greg had half the cheese.
Oh my God.
He was like, I'll just eat it. Deshaun said, do you see cheese on this? That poor worker was so
that was crazy. Because the fish fillet looked sad. Like, you did not fix that.
Well, why he ordered that?
A lot of people actually order fish fillet.
They like them.
Stop, because I like
I like tartar sauce on it.
I like them. I like the fish fillet at McDonald's.
I ain't never been old enough.
2020 was crazy.
Like, that was a long year. Like, it was long,
It
but
felt
it was
like
short. I don't know. It was like
we're already halfway through 2023, which is actually pretty insane.
That is
Yeah.
But I didn't see that year ending. 2020?
it was like I'm thinking about the beginning, like me being like enjoying college life, and then at the end,
boom.
Bro, like I feel like if I had that second semester of
freshman year,
I would have been good.
Yeah.
The
socializing, but then I didn't have that, and then I transferred.
Yeah.
And it was just like
it was just kick-started.